Will you please welcome Tom, Chloe, Ben Youngs, Manu Tuilagi and Joe Marler from the England rugby team. Big Joe, big Joe, big Joe.
Nice. That makes me feel wonderful as well.
That makes me feel lovely. I felt very safe. That's a good embrace you have there, Joe.
Thank you.
OK, guys, just back in the UK, you flew back in just a couple of days ago. How is it? Were you surprised at the reaction when you got home? Is it nice to be back here, back to reality?
Yeah, definitely. I know, like, we're in camp for so long. I think, like, 20 weeks, you live in that bubble. So, like, when you come out and you see the reaction of the public, especially arriving at the airport, it was pretty special, yeah. And
some of you're a single man, you've got no children. The rest of you have kids, is that right? You all have kids?
Yes.
By the way, I wasn't...
Thank you.
That was
Well, we'll get back to that. So are you the only single member of the squad?
The only one, yeah. Pretty lonely world.
Oh, man.
It's good.
I'm joking, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. That was slightly pathetic as well. But the rest of you, you've come home to your kids as well. And Joe, you've got a fairly new baby, haven't you?
Yes, I've got a 5-month-old boy, little Felix.
Lovely. So 5 months, so you were away for quite a lot of what we
Most of his life. In fact, more of his life I was away than... I'll put... It's really nice to be back and being daddy again.
And presumably, I mean, you come back to some degree of kind of a normal life back during the school ones, that kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely. My boy started school in September, but like everyone's alluded to, been away for that long. I managed to take him to school for the first time yesterday and pick him up, so it was pretty nice. Yeah, very nice.
And are there friends at school? They must be excited that you guys were out there doing the World Cup for us. I mean, did you get much feedback from your kids about what happened?
Yeah, I'm still trying to convince Boris that it's a silver medal, not a gold one, but he keeps reassuring me. He's like, no, it's definitely gold, but...
Boris is your son, of course, not the Prime Minister.
Yeah. let me just clear that one up. Yeah, he's my son.
Yeah. Manu, of course, now you have lots of fans all over the world, of course, but you're Samoan.
Yeah.
And how was the kind of support in Samoa? Were they kind of supporting you and cheering you on as well?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Obviously, you know, the support from everyone back here in England and my village back in Samoa, Fatosi. I saw on Facebook, they put up all the flags, you know, the England flags all around the village. So, yeah, it was unbelievable support. I'm really thankful for them.
I think that's your nephew on the screen there.
Yeah, that's my nephew.
You paused a bit too long then.
He's got loads. I've got 25 of them.
No, really? You've got 25 nephews?
Nephews and nieces, yeah.
Wow. OK, let's go back to the World Cup, though. Playing the All Blacks, the semi-final. What an amazing match. What an amazing result as well. How did you feel afterwards?
It was unbelievable for us to get that, get the result, the preparation. Like, we were pretty confident going into it because we'd worked so hard, prepared so well, and we just felt like if we got it right on the night that we could do it, and it just everything sort of seemed to click, really.
An impressive response, and I know a lot of people picked up on this, to the Haka that the All Blacks do at the beginning of their match. And you guys went out, and this was quite controversial, wasn't it? Because your reaction was somewhat different, and I guess part of the point of the Haka before the match is to intimidate you. Would that be right?
Well, it gives them an immediate advantage, doesn't it? Gives them the upper hand because they're already doing something different prior to a game than just standing there singing your anthem. So it's their tradition. It's been part of the sport for God knows how many years. But as a lot of them have come out and said since, they actually respected us a lot more for a response because it usually requires a response.
Yeah.
Well, it's a war dance, so you need a response for it. And that's what we gave them, just to show them that we're ready.
And you formed a sort of V there. Whose idea was to go into the V shape?
Well,
It's Joe.
It wasn't my idea, and it wasn't meant to be a V.
Yeah. So we met the night before, didn't we? And
so you planned it?
Yeah, we met the night before and we said, look, it's a challenge and we want to face the challenge and make sure that they know that we're up for it. So we said, like, let's get sort of a semicircle and all that. And a few lads were still confused, weren't they? So we're like, look, this is where you've got to stand.
What, they were confused by the concept of a semicircle?
Count Dickey had his own specific point where he had to stand.
So you agreed a possibly semicircle that then
turned
became
into
a V?
Yeah.
The issue was, like, Ben, he drew it up the night before. We had a meeting the night before and he said, right, for those that are still struggling with what we're doing
And
tonight...
they really were struggling.
They were struggling with the concept of a half circle.
The issue I had with it is I look at that board and I go, but that's not to scale. And I thought we were meant to be closer than what the picture actually said.
So you edged, because you went over the line, didn't you?
Yeah, which I thought we were all going to do. So then I look back and they go, oh, no, they're not doing it. I'm like, well, I've already committed now.
Yeah. and the team has received a fine of, is it £2,000 or dollars? What's the...
Yeah.
And so who's paying the fine?
Joe.
Am I? So there wasn't a wind-up.
So do New Zealand, do the All Blacks do their anthem as well? Or they do the haka instead of the anthem?
They do it all.
So they get the... But you just get the anthem?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you should... Why don't we get... Let's push for something. Like you could do It's Raining Men or something like that, you know what I mean? To scare them back.
That's pretty well rehearsed by now.
It's convenient that you bring that up,
Yeah, it
actually,
is.
because that's a go-to karaoke song for someone sat on...
Who does that? Who's the go-to karaoke, is that? Tom?
Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure.
And you're single.
You're young, you're single, this is your time to shine.
It's an audition for your cousin.
OK, you don't have to now. Hey, fans all over the world, of course, so many fans in the UK, and including famous fans. Prince Harry, big supporter of rugby generally, and a big supporter of you guys out this year, and he was out there for the matches. It must be lovely having that kind of support.
He's a brilliant supporter of the team. He has been for a number of years.
Yeah.
He's the patron of the RFU, so he supports us as much as he can. He loves his rugby. Doesn't seem to like me too much.
So, Joe, what did he say to you?
Well, you know, we've just lost the final of the World Cup. You know, the pinnacle of our career. We're all a little bit down, feeling sorry for ourselves in the change room after having a couple of beers to drown our sorrows. He's doing the rounds, saying hello to the boys, catching up with the guys, saying, unlucky lads, thank you for everything, etc., etc. And he comes over to me, and I always get a little bit nervous around royals.
Sure.
Not that I've met too many of them, just him. I still get nervous around him because you don't know what the rules are about. Yeah.
Especially after a match.
So I try and ignore him, just because if you close your eyes, it's not happening. But he chose not to ignore me, and I said, oh, hello, thank you for your support. He said, oh, still not shaved the beard then.
He's very observant.
But, yeah, he's
got a bit of fluff.
Yeah, he's got a bit of fun, which is strange for a royal.
OK. You know you have a big fan. I mentioned Harry's a fan. Of course, we're all fans here tonight. But Ross Kemp is a big fan. Almost alarmingly so. You saw this footage, I imagine. Did you see this, his video of support for you?
Crazy.
OK, let's have a look. This is Ross Kemp cheering the boys on in his own inimitable style.
Come on, England! Yes. I cannot tell you what that means. It ain't over yet, but we're pretty close. England, outstanding!
That's good.
That's the guy we want leading our Haka right there, isn't it? So that was after the semi-final, of course, which was an amazing victory. And then the final didn't go as well, obviously. You didn't win the final. Still an amazing achievement to get there. And hopefully you sense that and you feel that from everyone, how proud everyone is of you to get there. So how was that night? What happened on that night from your perspective?
Do you know what? It was just one of those where we couldn't get a foothold in the game. Momentum, every time we tried to get momentum back, we lost it straight away. And, you know, credit South Africa on the night, they just were better than us. And it'll take a while to get over. You know, so much effort went in from everyone to fall so short. It's really disappointing. But it's sport, it happens, and, you know, one of those things.
Well, that's what makes sport so exciting, of course, is, you know, no one knows the result in advance. And, of course, you're cheering your team on, but someone has to win, someone has to lose. Who was it in the England team who got knocked out early on?
Carl.
It was Carl, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and Carl's pretty crucial in the scrum, isn't he? And I think that's where you lost quite a lot of the points on the night.
Well, it was gutting, seeing it happen, especially to Carl, who's had an unbelievable tournament. a young guy, sort of come of age, in a position that is really tough. Tight head's probably one of the toughest positions on the pitch. To then last 3 or 4 minutes to a pretty innocuous bang to the head. It was disappointing for him, but we had Dan Cole on the bench, who's an experienced veteran, to come on. But, like, South Africa just had that much more than us on the night, and disappointing. But it's sport, isn't it? And win or lose, I was immensely proud to have been part of that group. It would have been nice at the end of it to call ourselves world champions, and we'll always be gutted of that, but there's a lot of young boys in the team that can go on in 4 years' time and rectify that.
And you know what? You are champions. You're champions to us here this evening. There's no two ways about it. You're absolutely... Just to play the way you did, I think everyone felt massively proud and excited. So thank you for that. You know, you mentioned earlier on, I was talking and Joe said that your go-to karaoke song was It's Raining Men. Okay, but I hear Joe has a pretty good voice on him. And the thing is, we have with us on the show this evening 2 of the X Factor celebrity judges. And I don't know if you presumably haven't been watching, you've been away, but you must have heard about TriStar, who is Celebrity X Factor. Any of you guys be tempted to that? Any of you care to audition this evening for Celebrity X Factor?
I can, yeah.
You can have a think about it. Have a think about it. But if you were to do... OK, let me go along here. If you were to do an audition tonight, what song would you choose? We know it would probably be It Raining Men, bizarrely.
No, Hot and Cold Katy Perry.
Hot and Cold. OK. Ben?
Wagon Wheel.
Wagon Wheel?
What?
Yeah, Wagon Wheel.
Yeah. Where does that go?
Oh, don't even...
Manu?
I'd say Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
My Way.
Oh, good swing. A bit of swing. Joe?
Adele, someone like you.
That's very good.
Adele? You do a bit of Adele?
I do Adele, someone like you.
Well, I can see you capture her vulnerability, so that's... maybe, ladies and gentlemen, if we can encourage Joe at the end of the show, we'll get him to sing a bit of Adele, someone like you, for the X Factor judges. Yeah, come on, Joe. We were talking to Joe earlier on, and he does Adele, apparently.
Yeah,
Wow.
Adele.
So, Joe, would you consider going on X Factor Celebrity? Could you see yourself having a singing career?
No. I do the pubs, I do the clubs, I work my way up.
Yeah. Old school
I don't
style.
really fit the sort of TV sort of stuff, more radio, and...
And would you do your own material, or would you do covers?
I'd start off with covers, get my name out there, and then I've got lots of my own material.
He's got a plan.
OK, so here's the big moment. Because earlier on, we asked Joe whether he felt up to... Joe, can we... with the help of the audience here, could we encourage you to give us your...
There it is, Joe.
Joe, so do you want to stand? Give it out there to the audience.
I'm standing.
Oh, you want to appear?
That's
Here we are, ladies and
3, 2,
gentlemen,
1.
doing Someone Like You.
Whoa. There's music.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a cappella.
And no, Adele...
Okay, fine, I got it.
Adele normally uses the music.
He's got it. Just
Is it starting yet?
Found
Yes.
the road.
Down and you're married now. Ow. Why you so shy? Ain't like you to hold or hide from the light. I hate to turn up, but never mind, I'll find someone like you.
Magnificent. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Marler, thank you so much. It was fabulous. Would he get through to the next round?
Absolutely, yeah.